Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of our talk show on Youth Exports Analysis. My name is Edwin Ikechukwu Eze, and beside me I get Mr. Silas and for the far end, Mr. Moses. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right, so today we'll talk about the WAFCON show, which is the Nations Cup where they come very, very soon for Morocco. Now people they host the competition with that. And now another edition where our ladies supposed to go defend their trophy. The Nigerian team they invite 25 players come the camp. Make we talk about the team in general before we talk about the players where they invite come the camp. How we see our preparations going to the WAFCON competition. Make us start with Coach Moses over there.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, I would love to give a shout out to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. You know, in years now where the men have actually failed to climb, these ladies, they keep making us proud. Yeah. Despite the structural challenges, the funding and all that, but they don't ever fail to actually show up when they are needed. So big shout out to the Super Falcons. The preparations for me, as we've always had these lapses in preparation, logistics, and all that. So if I want to go to talk about the preparation, it has always been almost the same, But the take home point for me is I just know that these ladies have a way of always showing up, and to me they are my biggest preparation. Knowing that they always show up, that's my consolation. So I feel these ladies will always go out to make something out of nothing.
Okay, so let's talk about our expectations now towards the national team, the female national team. Mr. Silas, I will ask you, what do you really expect from the ladies going into this competition? How you feel say they're supposed to approach the competition for us?
Yes, they're supposed to approach the competition like defending champions, way them be. How them win, the comeback win where they do for the final against Morocco, to come back from 2 goals down. So going into this competition, they suppose show themselves so that beginning the match, make the opponents know, say, okay, these people, they play like defending champions. So we'll impose ourselves on our opponents as quick as possible, and then just to show that dominance. Because over the years, of course, we don't show that dominance, of course. And just like Coach Moses, Mr. Moses mentioned, our ladies always find way to exceed our own expectations. All right. So yes, I expect them to exceed our expectations again, to surprise us, make us proud.
All right. Thank you for that take. And the team, they select 25 players from the team going into the competition. But inside the 25, we get just one home base player inside, and the home base player and goalkeeper in the person of Fatima. If you say our Nigerian setup as regards to our female football, still below waiting the NFF, the federation they expect, or if you say we just need to go for complete experience, and why would they look for the foreign players really outside to come always deliver us in terms of competitions like this? Waiting our take if more here from Mr. Moses.
Okay, my take on that, your question is, football has gone beyond a country representing or fielding players because they are local or they are home based. When a country goes out there to partake in any tournament, every country will try to put out their best. That is why you see countries today, just the World Cup that finished, you see some countries with countries that are not dominantly black having more black players whose parents were immigrants in those kind of in those countries. So just quick to answer you, okay? The point is, if we have players who play in other leagues, like foreign leagues, who are better, and these players are like 25 or they meet the maximum number needed, and so what? We can't carry players who are below you know, who are good but are not up to the standard of those we have outside, who are willing to play for Nigeria. In trying to do this quota system, I think the quota system has to go whether home base or foreign base. We filled in our best. In fact, if we don't have one home base, for me, I don't have that. I'm speaking for myself. I don't have headache with that. Which my headache is, are they at that level? Do we have that quality that can represent? Do we put out the best of Nigeria out there, not putting out the geography of Nigeria out there, and that's not the best.
Yes, when we talk about veterans, I mean people like Asisat Oshola, we get our captain, Rashidat Ajibade, she dey play for PSG also. We get Francisca Odega, she dey play for Saudi Arabia. You get those names, those people, if we say yes, they suppose dey inside the team, or they only invite them because of wetin they don do, na wetin they always call past glory. Make I even take Mr. Silas.
Okay, my opinion is say experience and youth they needed for any good team. So their experience they needed in this kind of competition or this kind of tournaments, because it's as we see in European football and every other competition, experience and youth always work hand in hand. So you need that experience for, especially psychologically, they must not be on the field always. So, but they should be able to push the younger ones psychologically.
Mr. Moses.
Okay, yeah, I would just love to add to what he has said. Yeah, we need that experience, right? However, the coach and the staff must balance experience and pace and strength of the game. So they must take into cognizance. Say modern football don't really advance. It's very pacey and all that. You can't bring you can't play them always, like give them much minutes and all that. They need to look for a balance, you know, so that they will not have the experience on the pitch but be dragging us in terms of strength and when we need them to cover. So there needs to be a balance on when they play, and they too need to be told these things. There needs to be these hard conversations. You might not get to play always. You might have fewer minutes. There are matches that we need to slow down. We need them. There are matches that, okay, we're playing against a side that we already feel that the younger players, like they mentally, they match up the strength of the opponent and all that. So when you play such a match, you don't really need those legs much on the pitch again. If those younger ones can do the job, fine. The times we need experience for them to come and slow this game down. You come in, this is your work. They need to have those understanding, like from the beginning. And once that balance is there, I believe we actually need those players.
Okay, then nice one. We need to talk about some players' fitness also. We get players for the team wey no really dey 100% fit medically, no be wetin dey high. Like the federation come outside talk say some players they are not really 100, but they believe as the competition progress, we will see more from them, because it just be like when they say they come back as waiting wounded. Like you get players like Okoronko, now one good player. In fact, she was one of the standard players for last edition of the WAFCON. Still get Abiodun Deborah, she would always call the Kante of the Falcons team. They will get one good outstanding player. In fact, now she be the Miss Nigeria. Every man from Nigeria really likes to go meet her, get in check, and they say our right back. She also gets good competition the last time. And these players, they are into the team, but they are not really 100. If we say those players, their competition will be somehow limited, or the fitness level will affect their performance for field, or we feel say yes. Now people will say once they wear the badge, they play with pain, they play with passion. Inside that pain, they will still give 200 of waiting even other people not really expect from them. What we hear from Coach Moses.
Okay, going straight to that your question, that is where I think we would struggle. Not that we would struggle, because this crop of players, that profile of players where you call so, now the backbone of our present Falcon Villa, you know. And some persons might have this opinion that why were they included? Couldn't the management, have source or fish for other kind of players to actually step in for them and all that, But then it's not like they are injured right now.
Yeah.
They are actually recovering,
Yes.
and even before they still playing, trying to get most of them over their clubs, trying to get that match fitness again. And the competition as it progresses, this fitness can always come back. I think the physio team, the medical team just need to look for a balance, on how they actually use these players, especially the Okoronkwo lady. She just needs moments in matches.
Yeah.
So create that environment where she could come in, or either she's starting or she's coming in like from the bench. You look at the profile of who you're playing against, then you arrive at those decisions. Just manage them, and as the competition progresses, I believe that they will pick in.
Okay, so that was a nice take. We have a player in the team that plays football in China. Her name is Fola Shade. She plays football in China. And many fans been the question her inclusion inside the squad. If I go feel remember well, I know. Let me speak for a fact now.
Okay.
I know most of us, most Nigerians, you get, because I am speaking for the ordinary Nigerian also. Most of them they don't even follow women football. So, but when you reach situation like this, they begin to question the coach and choice where he don't make. And not we remember say no be just the head coach will make those choices. Sit down with the complete team. They feel this person is a good addition to us. People now the question they get the Fola Shade addition to the team because she plays for China. Is that a right call? Like, do the fans do they have this right to question the authority of the coach, or else it's just to go and sit, watch, and see what the player in question will give us in the tournament? Let's see.
It's okay to have for the common Nigerian to have concerns, to have their own opinions on the selection of the women's team. But again, they should be able to balance it out by showing confidence in the coach and the federation as a whole that came together and selected these players. Because true, the average Nigerian doesn't know much about women's football. So for it to come out and then make those kind of bold, we don't want it like this. Why is it like this? Just trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the people that you have there to do their work well.
Okay, Mr. Moses, are you
Okay,
trusting the process? Or?
I'm trusting it, but not completely. I'm trusting it, but not completely, because we live in a world of data and stats, and at that highest level, for you to present anything to us, you should be able to tell us that if you doubt this person, check here. You will see this person here. You will see that person there. So the concerns of Nigerians, even if they've not been, even if we don't follow the women's football that much until a major tournament like this, I think it is really, really valid, because they could check up Okoronkwo, they could check up, Asisat, they could check up a whole host of others, But this particular lady, because of and one thing we need to have in mind is the Chinese league, the Chinese women league, the senior Chinese women league. They don't broadcast most matches. They only broadcast the high profile matches. So that is why I believe access to data and coverage for her has been difficult. And maybe that is the point where Nigerians are drawing concerns. I believe their concerns are right. And I believe if the coach is saying that, no, I trust this person, then on the field of play, as the tournament starts and progresses, our performance should be able to shut Nigerians up. That the coach actually had a good eye for me, and I am here to replicate or show that confidence to actually show that he knew what he was doing.
Okay. So we'll go straight to our opponents for the competition. We just want to talk about the strengths of Nigerian opponents in the competition. Now they don't group us for Group C. We deal with Egypt, we deal with Zambia, and we deal with Malawi. And Malawi and Egypt and Zambia are names where we familiar when it comes to women football. In fact, Zambia they always show that zeal, say they really want her. You watch them, they even play the last World Cup also, the Zambian team. They get good player. I think their captain Barbara, she's 100. But you get one team where they did make their first appearance for the competition, and they our team, which is the Malawi team. This is their first time in the WAFCON competition. So if we say we get just 2 hard matches to play for the competition, or even the Malawi where they make their debut too, there will still be one force who we suppose stay things say yes, we don't really look them as underdogs. We need to approach every game as they go. We think about our opponents. Yes, I don't talk just now, say the Egypt and Zambian team now are forced to win already. The Malawi team, are they going to be the surprise of the group, or we just fit enough straight 3 points for the Falcons?
Yeah, if it be, we need to put everything into context. Now, we talk for this show just a few minutes ago, say with the major players, we be the backbone of this AFCON, this our women's team. They recover from injury, some they try to find their fitness back. So putting all that into context, yes, and then these guys are newcomers. They want to make their own name, and then of course be show themselves to the world or to Africa as a whole. So we no fit just say we feel they may walk over. So we have to show them the respect that this is their first time, and then we have to show them that respect on the pitch. How we play, we cannot be too careless. We cannot be too laid back. We cannot be too comfortable when we are on the pitch.
Okay, that was nice. Let's talk about qualification to the World Cup also. If you are familiar with the women football, you know what gives you guarantee to play in the next World Cup is making it to the top, the last 4 of the tournaments. So once you get to the semi-final stage, you have automatic qualification to the World Cup. Now let's talk about the Falcons. What is their aim going into this World Cup? To defend the title, or at least let's make that semi-final stage and get a proper qualification for the next Women World Cup? What's our take on that?
I'll go first. Yeah, my honest expectation is for them to show that they are defending champions. So they should, I expect them to, because every other person, as defending champions, every other team, like them Zambia and then the Morocco women's team, they are challengers. So every other team is are challengers. We are the people who are being challenged for the title that we are defending. So yes, I expect us to not just get to the semi-final, but we should also be able to go deeper than that, and that's into the final and defend our title.
Okay, my take on that is this. Nigerians at home, viewers that are going to follow the WAFCON, okay, we should lower down our expectations. It's good to aim high, like Silas rightly said. Let's go to defend, and even if you can't defend, because you are going to defend, you could easily fall to stay in the 4th place and all that, and you get that qualification, right? But I just want to be real. I'm not trying to think small, but you see a lot of our players are injured, and not just with due respect, the low profile players, like the high profile players, you understand? So there is a way you know that you just have fuel that is going to take you for 12 kilometers, you know, and you're already running in shortage. You just need to look for ways to actually see how it's going to last you up to that place, you know. So you might be surprised, you might go beyond but there should be a target. And for me, the target is for us to finish in the last 4. Because like I said, like we all agreed now, most of us key players are just recovering and all that. They're trying to get back their match fitness 100%. So we should be hopeful that they qualify for the World Cup, but we shouldn't be too hard on them if they are not able to defend the title.
Okay, quick one before we wrap it up for the day. Man, we'll really talk and say early predictions, but we're already picturing Nigeria in the semi-finals as our least expectation, at least. Abi?
Yes.
So which other team we feel as regards to the last edition? We have the Morocco team, you know those ladies, they are fighters. We have the South African team, they are always there also. The Ghanaian team, and those ones they always do this on and off bots. On their good day,
Our noisy neighbors.
on their good day, they will hit you hard. You get? So, quick prediction. Let's say your final four for the competition.
My final four will be Nigeria, of course, Morocco,
Okay.
Zambia.
Okay.
I'll go South Africa.
South Africa.
Because
These names they are already
they're already established, so it's kind of easy prediction. Yes.
Okay, let's see. Yes, hear from Coach.
Okay, I will go for Nigeria, but on the top of my list, I go for Morocco to be
Winners
in the finals, or and possibly the winners. I would go for South Africa. I would go for Algeria, then I would go for Nigeria. And on the order of preference, you see that Nigeria is the fourth. So that's my prediction.
Very realistic.
So we hope they have a good outing this time around. They are not they are always there present and everything. The Super Falcons of Nigeria, they've always given us good outing whenever they go for these international competitions. Even the last World Cup, the foreigners, the South Americans and the European teams that we played, they felt the energy that we gave them. So our expectation is still not going down. We are still expecting them to go to the semi-finals of the competition and possibly bring the competition back home. The last hype of the last tournament was Mission X, of which they delivered. So this time let's see if they can progress to completing it, making it the 11th trophy that we'll be having in our cabinet here in Nigeria. So good luck to the Super Falcons team and good luck to the whole of Nigeria. We hope to see you next time. Peace out.